Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Mind Over Money, a show where we talk about ways on how meditation, yoga, and behavioral science can help you become a better investor, efficient trader, as well as a better human being. Well, my name is Shadhajanand, and today we have with us a very special guest, Kanika Agarrwal, who is a co-founder of Upside AI. Now, Upside AI is a fintech startup that aims to revolutionize the investment space with the help of machine learning. Now, Kanika has over 11 years of experience in finance and investing. Without further delay, let's invite Kanika to the show. Kanika, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi, Kshitij. Very happy to be here. Excited to talk to you as well as the audience at ET Money.
Right. Well, Kanika, you're an expert when it comes to handling AI as well as ML strategies or machine learning strategies. But what about being healthy? So how do you keep yourself mentally and physically fit?
So, the whole reason we're using AI and ML is to move away from human emotions, biases, etc. Right? The best investors in the world are the ones who can actually remove their emotions from their decision-making process. So I think that in many ways, using technology or doing great investing is all tied to getting rid of emotions and trying to think of things, first principle, trying to be more zen in how you make your decisions. Being healthy is, the other side of the same coin. I think you have to be mentally fit to be able to ride the cycles of the market. And a lot of being mentally fit has to do with being physically fit. I think it's very difficult to be one without the other. So, for me personally, I try and make sure that I work out at least 3 times a week. It's never just going to the gym or something. I'm constantly, kickboxing or yoga or of course, strength conditioning, high intensity workouts. So I try and do a mix of it. But the idea is to make sure that you turn up at least 3 to 4 times a week to work on your physical body. And therefore, part of that is trying to meditate through yoga and emptying your mind as much as you can. So between those two things, I think keeps your brain rational, keeps your brain centered, and allows you to do a better job even at work.
Right. In fact, a fund manager who also knows kickboxing, I think that's a very deadly combination to have. Now,
not have to use it at work yet.
Great. Now I hope that you don't get the opportunity and the time to do it. Now, moving on. So, if we're talking about workouts, the most difficult for most of the people is the leg day. Now, should you skip any leg day, and how do you equate that to the portfolio building exercise as well?
Yeah, that's a great, very funny question. So this whole don't skip leg day actually started on Twitter when a very famous investor who was in 2020 through the bull run known as the SPAC King in the US put up a photo of him after working out. And, look very fit except skinny legs. So people started saying, don't skip leg day. I think that is exactly what you should be doing with investing, which is, leg day, when we talk about, all we're saying is you need to work out all parts of your body, right? You can't leave one section of your body behind. Same thing, you can't leave one section of your portfolio behind. And that in many ways signifies asset allocation, right? So when you say, okay, work on your whole body, work on all of your assets, make sure that your starting base is figuring out, okay, how much needs to be equity, how much needs to be gold, how much needs to be, 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of asset classes. If you're only going to trade in small and mid caps, you're skipping leg day. You're missing a very, very important component of investing, and it will hurt you in the long run if you don't start thinking about it at a portfolio level. So that's really what I mean by don't skip leg day. You need to be working on different parts of your body at different points in time for sure.
Right.
And it would work in great stead, right? You look at the markets today, being only in small and mid caps would have hurt you. But if you were only in small mid caps in 2020, that would have helped you. Right? Today, what you should also have in your portfolio is gold, large caps, maybe some real estate, some debt, all of that, which will keep you a little more steady. So those are all part of your leg day, and that's how you should be thinking about your portfolio as well.
Well articulated, Kanika, and that. How the workout regime helps you when it comes to handling work pressure and taking investment decisions as well?
Yeah, it's like with all other jobs, right? You have to step away. I think what's happened in hustle culture lately, right? It's, this go, work 18 hours a day. I think it's extremely counterproductive. It actually hurts your productivity. It hurts your decision-making abilities.
Sure.
It hurts your ability to think bigger. So for us at Upside, it's not just me, everyone, we're very respectful of time, of work-life balance. When I say I go to the gym, 4 times a week, idea is not to think about work, right? Remove yourself from your work environment, remove yourself from thinking about work pressure. You have your best ideas when your mind is fresh. You have, lots of strategies that we've come up with, that we're working on, even at the product level, have happened, at the gym for me. While working, and then suddenly inspiration will strike. And we do the same thing at work, where, on Fridays we play board games in the evening with everyone, or you have a session where you're just hanging out and not really talking about anything. Or maybe you'll pick up a book and, everyone will read it and discuss it. So you need to make sure that you step out of work to actually do well at work. And that's exactly what happens with investment decisions as well. The more you think about it, the worse you're going to do in your decision-making process. And it goes back to the same thing, right? Because there's more and more emotion. You're getting more and more hyped up on either side. In poker, it's called tilt, right? You don't want to make decisions on tilt. You want to make, completely stable decisions, and stepping out of your work and doing something, to work your body is a great way to, sort of actually be productive. It's very counterintuitive, but it works best for me.
Rightly put there, Kanika. And in fact, the next question which I want to put across is, and this is for the investors who are relatively new to this investing framework. Now it's never too late. The best time to plant a tree is today. Now, this is true for both investing and working out. So what are your views on that?
Yeah, so the great Chinese proverb, right? Best time to plant a tree is today. Say you haven't invested so far. Say you missed the 2020 bull run. What are you going to do? Are you not going to wealth create anymore? Are you going to wait for the next, crash? And at that crash, what are you going to do? Right? So I think what everyone forgets is the biggest component of why you do well in investing as well as in working out is compounding your, investing, compounding your returns. And all of that has to start today. So time in market is better than timing the market. That's absolutely true about investing as well as working out. If you show up every day in the gym, you work out 4 hours in a week, it will show up, right? It will compound, you will get better, and then from that base, you will get better even faster, right? And that exact same thing applies to investing, which is, if you've done nothing so far, start today. Right? You have the next X years ahead of you, and that's what you need to be focusing on, not what you left behind. So if when people ask me, markets are doing this, markets are so volatile, when should I invest? When should I start? And I say today. Or if an investor is, giving me money to invest for him, and he'll say, okay, when are you going to start deploying it? My answer is consistently today. Right? We live and die by best time to plant a tree is today. We believe in our personal lives as well as at work. Absolutely.
Right. In fact, I'm sure our viewers will take note of that, in fact, if you want to invest, the investment opportunity was not yesterday, but in fact, it is today. And it's not in the future as well. Like Kanika really pointed out that, if you want to plant a tree, today is the time. And if you want to invest, then today is the time. Now, finally, my question is, directly linking with this one. So showing up every day is important if one needs to get fit and in quick time. Now, do you say the same thing about long-term wealth creation as well?
So, yes and no, right? What do you mean by, when we say showing up, if we have to show up and actively do something in the gym or while working out or while working on our bodies, right? In investing, less is more. The less you do, the better you do, right? So, so actively, you should not be doing much for long-term wealth creation, but passively, absolutely. What that means is your money needs to be working out every single day, right? But you should not. So you don't need to trade every day, but your money needs to be constantly invested for time and compounding to kick in. So I guess those are two different ways in which you should be thinking about, working. One is, are you working or is your money working? But both of them need to show up every day. That's for sure. So actively, passively is the best way to think about it.
Right. Well, on that note, Kanika, thank you so much for your time today. And well, that's all for now, folks. But do stay log on to edmarkets.com for more on news, business, and economy. Thank you so much for your time.